Governor Wolf's proposals today, I must tell you, were disappointing. In the end, it was disrespectful of hard-working people's every day going to work, earning money for their families. He wants to take so much out of their pockets in both a personal income tax increase of over 20%, a sales tax increase of over 10%, and an expansion of the sales tax. He wants to borrow, which he did not talk about, over $4 billion, which means he's not only hoping to increase today's tax dollars, he wants to spend money today to increase our kids' and grandkids' tax dollars. The fact of the matter is, we are fiscal stewards. We have a fiduciary relationship to the people that work hard. And we have to make sure that it can be, that these taxes are affordable. And I thought that the governor completely missed an important point. Pennsylvanians, through state and local taxes, and remember, the state gives the local communities the power to tax, collect $27 billion in educational funding. $27 billion. Folks, the most recent comparison of all states, we spent $13,300 per student in Pennsylvania compared to the national average of $10,600. We were the 13th highest per student in the country. Anybody who thinks that we have not been meeting our obligation with respect to students and education in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is mistaken. We continue to meet our obligation because we have enabled, or we directly tax, $27 billion in educational funding in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Now, the governor has been so old school. This was so old school in this approach. More money, more taxes, more borrowing. We went through that under Governor Ed Rendell. And I've heard about this property tax proposal just over the last couple days. And listen, I went through the Governor Ed Rendell gambling, eliminate the property tax routine. We went through this. Nobody's property taxes got reduced in any significant manner under the gambling scheme under Governor Rendell. We collect in local taxes for educational funding on order of $16 billion through enabling legislation from the General Assembly and $10.5 billion in state tax dollars from personal income tax, sales taxes, business taxes, the highest amount ever spent, by the way, in the Commonwealth's history, for a total of about $27 billion. Now, where do we need to go? What I would have liked to have heard from the governor is out-of-the-box, 21st century thinking. Moving public pensions into defined contributions. The private sector has been there since the 1990s. Getting government operations off of our books and into the private sector's hands. I would have liked him to have said to Philadelphia, why didn't you sell those gas works? You had an offer of $2 billion on the table for an operation that you've never been able to do well, and you didn't even have a hearing on it. We are looking for out-of-the-box 21st century solutions. And I didn't hear it today. Now, we are certainly open to talking to the governor and having a good dialogue. As you know, we increased our majority by 8 seats. There are 84 Democrats, 119 Republicans. We work well with many of our colleagues across the aisle. The question I think that the press has to ask the governor is this. Governor, for your $5 billion spending increase, for your 16% spending increase, for your 20+% personal income tax increase, for your 10% sales tax increase, how many Democratic votes do you have in the House of Representatives? With what number do you start? Who is introducing your proposal? We are glad to talk to them. Does the governor have 84 Democratic votes for his over-the-top spending, borrowing, and taxing proposal? My suspicion is that many of my Democratic colleagues, with whom I am friends and who many of these people are friends, are more respectful than the governor of the hardworking people and their earnings than maybe he was today. Thank you.